What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the day ones, all the new subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, all the feedback. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. As you can see from the thumbnail, I think it made it a lot easier now. Because, I had reached out to the family member about maybe going on maybe 2 weeks already, maybe 10 days. So, I gave the family member a call today, just like a follow up. Uh, During that conversation, the the documentary got brought up, and to my surprise, he was aware of that documentary. He said he had watched that documentary a couple of years back. So I guess he's just been trying to keep it in the dark from everybody else, but apparently his family knows. His family knows. So now, uh, for me, I don't feel like you have to basically you can just let him come out now. If his family knows, that was the hard part. I was feeling kind of bad then. I'm like, man, 'cause what if his family don't know? But apparently his family been knowing all along. I don't know if all his family knows, but apparently this family member knows. So I was kind of surprised. I'm like, whoa. And I can understand, you know what I mean? Like I said, this guy is he's a public figure. For what's going on into Mike? How you doing, man? How you hope you having a good day as well. So I reached out to him. He's like, look, I gave I gave him your contact. Uh he told me not to give out his personal number, but I gave him your number because I gave him your number, and I'll give him another call this afternoon and see what's going on with them. So apparently, yeah, I think so too. I think so too. It's Almighty. I think the hard part, I think him letting his family know and all this. Uh, because I was surprised. I was surprised for the family relative to be like, yeah, But I hope they don't think that I'm trying to use it like a in an intimidating manner. You know, because I'm like, because somebody else has reached out to them as well. You know what I mean? A female. And he's like, yeah, the last person that called me, they let me know what was going on. They explained to me and everything, uh, of what's going on. But I also understand the position this guy's in life right now. I mean, it's gonna blow y'all's mind. You know, everything's gonna come out eventually. What's up, God Soldier? Everything's gonna come out eventually. Everything's gonna come out eventually. So there's comments, people putting comments and they're like, hey, when are you gonna drop this new stuff? I'm like, hey, that's gonna come in time, man. That's gonna come. What I was concerned about was like, man, hopefully his wife or family uh knows. That would make it a lot easier on my conscience. On my conscience. Because if his family knows and his loved one knows, and I don't know, man. I'm I don't know. Cause I sent I sent her email last night, and she told me Friday, and that was it. But I'm thinking she was going to tell me the same thing I was going to tell her. I think somebody done reached out to her and let her know who this guy is, and yeah, this shit's yeah, because I just have to wait for him to contact me. It's going to be on his time. I mean, I don't want to. His family already knows, so that was the hard part. I don't want to. I don't want to completely expose everything on him. I'm gonna let him do that, man. Because it's a good story, man. When I tell you it's a good story that this guy has, man, it's a good story. And then once everything's gonna come out, man. But right now it's not my place for it to come out. It's gonna come out eventually. It's gonna come out, but it's not gonna be on my time or anybody else's time. It's gonna be on this guy's time. But it's gonna come out. The truth is gonna come out. Yeah, that's what I told the. See, I once the family member told me. Once the family member told me that they were aware of what was going on and they knew about that documentary, I'm like, oh, so if y'all know about this, you got to understand that this documentary, as we speak, is being ran on Tubi, and it's a matter of time before somebody else finds y'all, just like somebody else found y'all. Somebody's going to come and find y'all. So it's going to be up to him how much exposure does he want to maximize it, minimize it. But I think either way it goes around, I think the dude, he has a great success story, man. Regardless of what he went through, him being a victim at first, then willingly and whatnot. But for him to be in the position that he's in right now, you seen Thomas Harris. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. So it's gonna be on this guy's time. You know, I didn't do a follow up to maybe like, let me see, when I first reached out to him. Okay, I reached out to them March 23rd. I reached out to them March 23rd. We're already April the 4th. So I let almost 2 weeks pass by before I did a follow up. I reached out to the family member March 23rd. We're already April 4th. I can't just be calling these. I can't be calling them. Consistently on a constant base. I let basically what is 2 weeks pass by, and then I made the phone call, a follow up call, which is it's typical, man. I mean, anybody that's doing some kind of journalist reporting or investigation, you do follow ups. You know, but depending on the frequency of the phone calls, you might irritate them people, man. You might start coming off like a bill collector. So that's why uh, I let 2 weeks go by before I made the follow up. And it's only fair, that 2 weeks. It's not like I gotta force this dude. It got to be on my time, or the subscribers' time, or anybody's time other than his time. Because I mean, everything's eventually gonna come out. Everything's gonna come out. Who he is, his position in life, uh, everything's gonna come out, right? And then you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be amazed on his lifestyle. And I've seen one channel have a similar story. I've seen only one channel on YouTube that's had some type of story like this. That's like fucking mind boggling. That's like, wow, man, is that shit even possible? How? And I'm not trying to talk and blow smoke up y'all's ass and be like, oh, I got something when I really don't got nothing. The hard part been done, right? We've been going at this going on maybe already like 6 months already. And nobody have found this guy. Or maybe nobody really attempted to really find him. I don't know. They should have reached out to this guy. Somebody should have been looking out for him and said, "Hey, man, what's your story?" It's like everything else. Every journalist that hears a story, that's why you got these journalists going overseas, uh, to Afghanistan and Mexico to get the side of the story. They want to interview everybody. Anybody that has a part in that story, they're interviewing them, or at least a statement. If you don't want to give an interview, the least you can do is give a statement. That's it. That's why It's up to him. Because I guarantee you, if these other guys knew who he was and his position in life, they would already dropped the information. It's content. It's content. Mark is like a content creator's wet dream. Mark has a history of storytelling, and he goes along with it. So, as a content creator, say, Mark, say this, say that. There's no boundaries with Mark. And now that he's exposing himself to be with the peanut, he's just opening himself up for more content. I get that. That's why this guy's story, it's eventually going to come out. Somebody's either going to beat me to it, or they're going to do their own research and be like, aha, look, we found him as well. So it's like a journalist. You know, when somebody wants to get the hot story, you're going to try to beat the next channel to it. NBC, CBS. They want to be the first ones getting the thumbnail pictures, right? Basically what we're trying to do, right? The thumbnails. So what they want to do is be the first ones to get the clippings for the news. The most best in graphic pictures. So it's the same thing as a content creator. You know, these I don't consider myself a content creator. I don't. By far no means. But I see where I can see where Mark, you know, you can Mark's content. So when he's all game, man, it's a win-win situation. But what's hindering Mark's growth is this dark shadow, you know, overclouding him. But it's not anybody picking on him and shit, you know, it's his own self-admission. It's his own testimony. Nobody's just saying, hey, Mark, you said this. I feel that you did this. No, I feel it because you said it out of your mouth. And this person being hesitant tells me it's the truth. Because if this person was going to say Mark was innocent, it don't take nothing but a phone call and say, hey, you know what, man? That documentary was it was all scripted, it was all fake. And that was it, right? I would be looking stupid. But since this guy hasn't came out in about 2 weeks already, that tells you something. That tells you something, right? That tells me a lot of things. Silence means a lot. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Right? Silence. Eventually they are, man. Eventually. Eventually. This guy, I don't blame him. He's a public figure. It's like opening up two cans of worms, right? Just to be honest, it's like opening up two cans of worms. You're opening up the cans of worms on Mark, and then you're opening up the can of worms on this guy, right? So for this guy, he sees no gain. He's not like Hips. Hips needed cash. Hips needed money, right? So Hips would do interviews. This guy don't need that. But it's a lot easier now that his family knows. If they watch the documentary, then they know what he went through. So that made it easier right there. Because I was like, man, fuck, what if his family don't know and uh his wife? But now it's like, hey, they know, man. Maybe that's why he was able to thrive. He had family support. After, so what he went through, he was able to overcome it and thrive in his new life. I mean, his story, man, fuck. I I haven't heard out of all the YouTube channels that I've seen or the videos, I have not seen one. I've only seen one other channel touch on this topic and matter. And it's wild, man. It's just that once you start, you're like, man, how is it possible? And you start thinking, be like, well, fuck, man. I just, because if I start saying too much, a lot of people are gonna start putting two to two together. So that's why I'm kind of careful of what I say about this dude. Because it's like both both parties are gonna open up a can of worms that I think they don't want to open up. But this guy, I was surprised, when his relative was like, yeah, we've seen that, we've talked about it. So I don't know how long they've been knowing. He said he's watched it in the past. I don't know how recently, but I hope they don't think that I'm trying to like blackmail him or some type of shit like that. Like I hope they don't think something like that, because that's why I'm like, you know, if eventually somebody's gonna come out, just like somebody led me to you, I'm pretty sure somebody else already done is gonna lead that person to you as well. That I, I don't know. I don't. I mean, These are all the questions that I'm going to ask him. You know, I'm gonna ask him stuff that's on the documentary. How you doing, V? No, just nah, man. How the hell you gonna blackmail him? You can't blackmail somebody like that, man. You can't do that, man. Nah, V. The thing is, the victim's family have been known or already knew what happened to him. He's already told his family of what happened to him. That's why he was able to succeed in life. Because if you go back and you look at Thomas Harris, let me see the guy. This guy right here. Show me the video and replay it where I said I was gonna blackmail this guy. Ain't nobody gonna blackmail this guy, man. His family knows the truth is gonna come out. Uh, no, I don't think that this is Diddy. This is Thomas Harris. This is Thomas Harris. You see, this guy was broken. Yeah, they seen it. Yes, and that's the whole thing. That the My main concern was the family knowing. I'm like, man, I don't want to be the the message with that type of message. You know what I mean? So that's why I waited. I'm gonna let nature take its course. So today when I did the follow up, I'm talking to the relative, and I asked him, I said, have you watched that documentary? He goes, yes, we watched it. So once he said that, I'm like, oh man, that's good, man. Fuck, that took a relief off of me. Because if your loved ones know, hey, everybody else knows. The whole world knows. And everybody that's watching Tubi as we speak knows. So if his loved ones know, it's only fair. But at least he was the one to tell his loved ones. I'm thankful that he was able to tell his loved ones and nobody else. So now I understand his position in life right now. And once everything comes out, everybody's gonna understand why like this guy and even myself doesn't want to spill the beans too much. Let him come out and tell it all. The truth, it was going to come out. It's going to come out one way or another. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Mark is going to be known for what the fuck he was doing. And anybody that's rocking with him is going to look real stupid. My concern was his family knowing. Now that I know that his family knows, it's all free game. It's all free game. Because everything that you do in the dark shall come to the light. The truth is going to come out one way or another. The truth is going to come out. But like I said, I prefer for the truth to come from the horse's mouth. I already know the truth, right? I'm already confirmed. Me finding this person, talking to the family, just solidifies and confirms everything that I've believed from the beginning. But now, for me and everybody else, I think hearing it from the horse's mouth would be the end of it. Because even as I speak, and I've always to say everything, people would still not believe me. People would say, "Oh, you making that shit up? How is that possible? Now you're lying." No, but it's better to hear it from the horse's mouth. The truth is gonna come out, man. The truth. And I'm so happy, man. When once the relative told me that he knew, that was a relief, man. A sigh of relief. I like a fresh breath air. No, but we're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Hey, who like I said it before, I might owe Mark an apology. I might owe Mark an apology. I might have to say, hey, Mark, hey man, my bad, man, but I was wrong. Wouldn't that be a sight to see? Huh, Fleece? Wouldn't you want to hear that? That I was wrong? Don't you want to hear that? You don't want to hear, hey, you were wrong. Yeah, but but see, how can you say V? How can you say leave that man alone? I don't understand. Leave that man alone. why leave that man alone. Tell me why leave him alone. I just want to know why. Leave him alone for what reason? I just want to know. This don't depend on my reputation, bro. This is on you, Dante, for promoting that dude, for bringing him to YouTube, for trying to make him the next Fleece. This guy has the answer. If you don't want to hear this guy's answer, unsubscribe. Simple as that. If you don't like the way I do my YouTube over here, unsubscribe. That's simple. That's simple. Because the truth is going to come out. It's going to come out. After everything that I've been through, you think that I'm just going to give up and say, no, I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to know the truth. Maybe if you were to go through what I went through to get you the truth, maybe you would feel some other type of way. Maybe if they told you all the stupid stuff they told me, would you still feel, we don't want to know the truth? That's like climbing a mountain and about to reach the peak and climbing back down. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. You put all this hard work to climb the mountain, to go to Pikes Peak. And then when you're about to get to the top, you want to start backtracking. I don't work that way. I don't work that way. I'm already at the goal line, and I'm going to get my touchdown. I don't care how anybody feels. At the end of the day, I care about how I feel. Because at the end of the day, you care about how you feel. Right? So I'm going to do what's best for me. After what I went through, you think I'm going to sit there and not know the truth? He shouldn't have participated in the documentary. He shouldn't have participated in the documentary. If you don't want your life to be known, don't do social media. Don't do documentaries. Don't do YouTube. If you don't want your life to be known, don't do none of that. Bye, V. Bye. It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Unsubscribe. That doesn't bother me. I'm going to get to the bottom of the truth. Regardless if you like it, please don't like it. Anybody else don't like it. The victims will. The victims will. Every other white boy that's getting tormented right now, they will thank me. They will. Ain't no showing no true colors, bro. Because I want to know the truth. You're not going to come over here and try to spin the narrative of I'm bullied. No. We're going to know the truth. That's why we came on this journey. How am I forcing them? How what you and Mark did is forcing. What you and Mark did is forcing. All I did was reach out to these people and ask for a statement. What every other journalist does. Every other content creator reaches out to the source. Hey, you got a statement? What's going on, Texas? What's going on, young blood? It seems like a lot of people are getting mad, young blood, because we're getting to the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. What do you say about that, young blood? I know I ain't done nothing wrong. But these people get in their feelings. They get in their feelings. I want to get over this shit, man. The same people, the same people the same people that are telling me, when are you going to do new content? When are you going to do new content? When are you going to do new content? I have to finish this story. Once I finish this and get this off my plate and remove all these negative energy people, then I can rebuild. But I want to know the truth. The truth. Not no fake narrative of Mark being in a hotel with Peanut. It might seem like an obsession to some of y'all, because most of y'all don't have the heart or the courage. Most of y'all would have gave up. So to y'all that have monetary gain and monetary loss to lose, bye-bye, Fleece. Bye-bye. You know, over here, you're not going to control the narrative. I care about these victims. I care about what happens to the next man, regardless if he's black, white, Mexican. I actually care about the next man, man. And yes, we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Why? Because I want to end this. It's for me, I either apologize to Mark for going against him and attacking him, attacking him. I want to know closure. I want to know. I want to know. Maybe I will have to apologize to Mark. And I've been attacking this man, slandering this man. And all along, what if he's innocent? What if he didn't do none of this shit? And I myself been attacking him. So it's only fair that we know the truth. But see, this is how YouTube works. You get one person, throw it in the comment section, and then you get another one to try to feed off that person's emotions. And then they're like, yeah, you see, yeah. Now they got another one. It's like, put your emotions to the side. Yes. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind losing subscribers. I don't. I don't. To me, it has never been about views or subscribers or any of that. It was always been about Mark. Then once everybody started attacking me, allegations, doxing me, slandering me, it gave me more motivation. It actually gave me a dog in the fight now. Because I have to defend myself, right? I'm not no fucking punk bitch to sit there and take it. So if I lose people that don't think the way I think, then kick rocks. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, I'm not here to persuade, to make friends. I'm here for the truth. If he did it, then he's guilty. Yeah, we do too. I mean, it's kind of cold out here today. See, that's the thing. They come up with Betty the Cook, the fake Mendenhall, all these fake characters to spin their own narrative. And then people get mad at me because I found hips. It seems like the people that are mad are just mad because they want to be entertained. They'd rather sit over there and listen to bullshit lies. This ain't about money, man. I guarantee you that if I was to reach out to Dante and be like, hey, let's figure out some plays, man. Everybody would be happy, right? Everybody would be happy. But then I would lose them true loyal subscribers. The ones that I've interacted and actually met and talked to. Because that's what brought us together. The truth. So I know a lot of people. No, we can't. You know, I understand some people's feelings. I understand. This guy does. He's been out the picture. But at the same time, I'm not doing nothing different than any other journalist out there trying to get a statement from the source. You got people going to the jungles of Mexico trying to get reports with cartel members. People follow the source to get the interview or a statement. But that's what we did it for. I mean, that's what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing this for money. You know how easy it would for me just to not upload any videos, not to reply to any comments. That would be easy. I would have to have no kind of communication with any of y'all other than the people that have my direct line or my email. I don't do it to be part of the crew or for friends or to be liked or for monetary gain. That's why I don't ask for likes. I don't ask for subscribers. I don't ask for Cash App. I thank y'all for it, but I don't ask. People get misunderstood that I was part of the bleachers. Part of the bleachers. If I would have teamed up with Dante, yes, my channel would probably be bigger and successful. Yes. If I was to team up with Dante, my channel would be successful. But is that a price that I want to pay for success? To sell my morals and integrity? To put a blind eye to what I feel this person did just for monetary gain to be successful? No. You know, and this is to V. If you're out there, V, I apologize, V. I don't want you to feel any kind of way. Uh, I respect your opinion, but you also, when people are straddling the fence, it's either you're in or you're out. It's either you're in or you're out. If you don't want to know the truth, well, then I'm not the channel for you. I'm not the channel. If you want to, fake news, fake narrative, or, you know, fake interviews with people that have been passed away to try to make Mark innocent, then that's not my cup of tea. Like I said, I want to know the truth as a man myself, because as a man myself, I shouldn't be judging or attacking another man like I've been attacking Mark. I shouldn't, right? If he's innocent, I'd be the first one to apologize to the dude. I will delete all my. I will delete all the videos that I did of him. I want to know. But see, that's what they like doing, young blood. They like to divide and conquer. They like to instigate and spread fake news. You see, Ali, he's cool. Uh, it's like he does it to get laughs. It's like it's like it's like when Dante made that live. Ali came over here. He goes, "Look, Francisco, half the shit Francisco did is not even as bad as what Mark did. You know, he's just he makes a joke out of everything, man. I don't think yeah, I know, man. But see, Dante has the habit of spinning narrative, and people tend to feed off of that. But I know Ali. It's just though